Hello, good evening, welcome back. This time in a lobby that isn't broken, hopefully. Due to the time, we have decided that we are going to do a one-shot qualifying, so it is going to be interesting to see how we keep up with this, but we will try and do the best job that we can. Let's just take a look and see what tyres they're on. So interestingly, Dynamite's the only one with medium tyres, and we'll see if that is a decision that pays off for him.
Just watching all the names flick around is ridiculous.
Exactly, it's so difficult to keep up with who is going where, and that is exactly why we have a full 20-man lobby this time. Jay Sarge, you can see the Ferrari jostling up and down up there. He is in for this one. Look at that name at the front there. Currently at the minute, he got pole the last time around. Is he going to get pole again? I think he has. Look at that unfazed from Alex. 117.6. Jay Sarge pops himself up on the front row. Yeah, I think we had a few camo board boy. I think he's going to be a bit put out by that because he was up there in P4 the last time around. But again, same thing as we said to Ollie. You can recover. So there we are. Camo board boy last. Laura Pell 19th. The Slayer is 18th. So those are the ones who didn't set times up front. It is Alex on pole again. This time from Jay Sarge in second. Reese Whitcomb puts himself there into the second row in P3. Ujoni P4. Damalek reserving here tonight P5. O'Fatch up there in 6th. We'll run through the rest of the grid when we go for the formation lap, but we've got quite a few people saying that they loved it. Camo Board Boy being fairly sarcastic, which is fair enough. Again, I said that he would probably be the one that is most put out by that, but if anything, he can take consolation from the fact that I spun it out turn 1 and managed to come back through. So it is still all to play for here tonight, and Alex will lead the field away. Unfortunate retirement there in tier 2 earlier, so looking to make amends and has gone the right way about it so far. As we're going to get to the formation lap in just a second. So remember,
Williams and the Ferrari on the front row. What is this, the 1990s again?
97 called.
Yeah, they want the front row back.
Exactly that. Have a look at the tyres. So top 10 will start on the tyre that they set their fastest lap on. So top 10s are all there on the softs, picking up from where we left off before. O'Fatch there in 6th, Fox River 8th, the lead Mercedes here this evening in 7th, Shadow Cobra up there in 8th, I Fishers in 9th, and Gene Genie rounding out the top 10. And then it is Stringy B up there in 11th. First of our non-soft runners, he's on the medium tyre, as is Night Shadow there behind in 12th in the McLaren. Kid Dynamite. Ollie Racing, interestingly, has gone for the softs in the bottom 10. MTO rolled the dice on a set of hards, and he'll look to go deep into this race.
I think he's watching a certain someone in tier 2.
I think that would have been Mark. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly that. There you go. It's the tribute to Mark with those hard tyres. Sir Michael Finn
in Hodgson.
Exactly. Sir Michael Finn up there in 16th. He's on the medium tyres as well. G-Star Snipes on the softs. The Slayer there on mediums. Laura Pell is 19th. He'll start on the softs. And Camo Board Boy fortunately didn't get a time in qualifying, so he will start from the back of the grid on a set of mediums. So Alex starting to get back to his grid slot now.
very interesting turn one.
Turn one is, yeah, again, I can only say it from my perspective, but it is so easy. If you get a decent enough start and you're flying past a few people, it's so easy to get sucked in. Because everyone's braking at different points. You know, if you take the inside line, it's the tighter line, so you've got to brake deeper, and then that slows someone else down. Someone might cut wide. So a number of things could happen at turn one and two.
Downhill braking as well.
And that's what I mean. It just sucks you in. So before you know it, you've got to slam the brake on, and if you miss that braking point, then a lot of things can happen. But these guys are in tier 1 for a reason. Let's see if they'll be able to put on a show for us here this evening as the lights are coming on. 5 lights. And we're away here in Portugal, and we've got a jump start already within that. That is MTO, unfortunate jump start. Alex has managed to get a decent start, but Jay Sarge is up alongside, and they touch the bag wheels into the first corner. Alex goes wide. Jay Sarge keeps it, and it's all going off behind. I could hear. Look at that.
Off.
And Reese Whitcomb's gone up to 3rd. Usually down to 4th. O'Fatch in 5th. Damalek down to 6th. Getting through the next sequence of corners all in one piece.
All through clean.
So other than that unfortunate incident there for Fox River 8, who's managed to catch up, to be fair, to the back of the pack. So hopefully that won't have done too much damage to his evening. Firing through, we see I Fishers chasing Damalak in that Ferrari. Alex with Jay Sarge for company still. 0.5 of a second gap. And it's so difficult to overtake. It is more or less you've got to follow him line and stern up until that DRS point. There's a bit down at the hairpin.
Turn 1, turn 4, yeah. They're probably the best parts.
And you might get, yeah, exactly. Yeah, get out in the turns there. We've seen someone gone very wide. I think that might have been I Fishers there in the background. He's putting a move on Damalek. I think he's got it done before the braking zone. He has into turn 1. So professional move there from I Fishers, moved himself up 1 spot. Damalek looking to come back, and he has.
Oh.
But the inside becomes the outside, and they're still side by side. Damalek has managed to get that one back around the outside. Good move up front. Look at that. Oh, Fatch and Ujoni having it out. Ujoni just getting up the inside. Oh, Fatch thinks about putting a front wing there.
Stay behind him.
Exactly that. And we've got a few in the pits. So MTO taking his drive through. Shadow Cobra, unfortunate. Pit stop there. I assume he may have taken a front wing. Kid Dynamite has taken a tumble down the order. Oh, Fatch has got up the inside of Ujoni, but outbreaks himself and then spins round, goes through the polystyrene, and he takes them all out for good measure, and he's dropped down to 9th place, and his tyres will be screaming for the time being, so he's just got to reset those. And look at that, Gavin Night Shadow up there in 8th, so he's improved up from 12th position.
Sarge is eyeing up that Williams.
Oh, he's right up the backside, isn't he, of that gearbox. Fastest lap for good measure. He's gone to the outside there. You can pull it off round here in turn 1, but I think Alex just carried that much more speed through, has managed to keep the place. 3 into 4. He takes a wide line, trying to extend that straight, get the speed down there into the hairpin. DRS open, of course. Pulls the outside.
Brave if he's going to pull that off.
He's looking for a bit of cooperation from Alex. He gets it. Give each other space. Through 6 into 7. Alex cuts across and into 8. It's just all about keeping the car straight. And I think Alex has gone wide. Look at that. And Jay Sarge has managed to get up the inside. And Alex will have a bit of dust on his tyres. Doesn't want to fall prey to Reese Whitcomb behind. We've had a change for the lead, both of them running wide. They'll probably pick up a warning there. Wally Racing, our seconds have 3 second time penalties attributed to him, and Reese has managed to get up the inside of Alex as well. And
very close.
Very, very close. All it takes is a tap to get spun around there, but down into this final corner, this sweeping downhill right-hander, and Reese Whitcomb has got that place done and dusted. But of course Alex will have the DRS Ollie Racing with the fastest lap of the race. Nice work from him in that Alpha Tauri. Of course, Alex had that DRS. Reese Whitcomb would have got it as well. So, Alex has...
Nice shadow. Very close together.
It is very close together from about 5th all the way... Well, excuse me, I Fisher's down to the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Come on, boy, look at that. So he's gone from 20th up to 10th in the space of 4 laps. What did I say? I said, oh, look at that, Damalex really dived. But Ollie gets the
switch back.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I Fisher's gets the switch. No, not at all. Gets the switch back and he's back up into 6th place. And look at this, proper battle there for 6th and 10th position. Damalek has gone round. Damalek has gone round. That puts Laura Pell up into the points as well now. And look at that, so these guys started at the back. I said you could recover, and so it's proving to be. Jay Sarge trying to check out up top.
Ballboy's just hounding that McLaren at the minute.
And you think
Night Shadow.
The pass is going to come soon, you think, and Night Shadow doing his best to hold off that Aston Martin. But I mean, Laura Pell is looking to join the party as well when he's on softs.
Yeah, he's...
Reese Whitcomb, look at that, he's right on the backside there of Jay Sarge. He's going to get the move done into turn 1 at all. I think he does, he gets it.
Nicely done.
Jay Sarge gave him space, knew the move was coming. Look at that, he's looking to come back into 3. Just about keep out of each other's way. And into 4, look at that, he's got the run. Down into the hairpin, DRS open. And look at that, Reese Whitcomb really squeezing him.
The edge.
Which he can do, it's hard but fair. And Jay Sarge just had the overspeed to get that move done.
Journey's up to 3rd as well, past Alex.
So we've got 2 Ferraris, Ferrari powered cars up in that top 3. Alex taking a bit of a drop down the order since that mistake. But good showing from tier 2.
Yeah, very quick driver. He was very hard for me to keep up with in that first stint during our race.
To be fair to Alex, he's just not had the luck. I mean, he's been there all season in our tier, and good to see him representing up in tier 1. Look at that, Jay Sarge has got a 3-second tyre penalty, so he's just... That is big in the context of this race, because look at that. Reese Whitcomb is sticking right with him. Usually looking to follow with the fastest lap, 1:19, and Reese Whitcomb goes to the inside again. It's a carbon copy of the lap before. Pushes Jay Sarge wide, and he's going to try and make sure that he doesn't come up on the inside. He's learnt from a lap before, but of course Jay Sarge will
here again. Another wing.
But I think Reese Whitcomb's managed to get a good exit as well, and he's going to force Jay Sarge the long way round, and this will be a good move if he can pull it off. Not quite. I think he might do. Oh, he's got to tuck back in through 6 and not get too close through 7, and of course 8
is the danger corner.
Absolutely, it's the one where you don't mind losing a little bit of time as long as you can keep it pointing in the right direction. Look at all this is doing is bringing Eugenie into play behind.
Yes, and they're not too careful. Alex will be back up there for company.
Exactly that, Ollie Racing. Look, we've not spoken too much. Ooh,
bit of contact.
Little bit of contact. I think Eugenie has gone round, so that little tap has
settled his car.
Exactly that. He's had to. He's dropped quite a bit actually. Look at that. He's now under pressure from Fisher's. Fisher's got past him as well. Reese Whitcomb trying to
break the slipstream.
Exactly that. Look, really aggressively trying to break that toe, but Jay Sarge not too fast, just trying to stay in the slipstream.
Very unfazed.
Oh, he's right behind him, pushing him through the corners almost. This is a good little slog, and look at that, Ollie Racing looking to join the party and get past as well. Jay Sarge,
that's a run.
He managed to. He's got such massive overspeed coming out of 4, and he's got the move done before. Oh, he's gone very wide though, and Alex has followed him.
Alex. Oh dear. Oh, Ollie. Very close.
We're racing with the 3-second time penalty as well, so penalty starting to come into play. Exactly that. Let's have a look and see position changes. Ollie Racing up 10, Ballboy and Laura Pell up 11 each. So arguably the big winners within all of that. Down 12 and 11 is Damalek and Shadow Cobra. So
unfortunate
for them, but again, it's that same thing of you can come through. All it takes is a safety car around here, and you can close those gaps up. Of course, you just don't want to leave it too long. You don't want to leave it right till the end, so they've got to get a move on. But it can be done.
Leaders, here we go again.
Oh, look at that!
Wheel banging.
That was very, very close. And Ollie Racing's got past Alex behind in an almost identical move. Jay Sarge back into the lead again. And it's just hammer blows.
Just tripping each other up. They're going to be costing each other so much time.
Exactly that. And
Yellow.
I think Fox River 8 has taken a tumble down the order at turn 1 and 2.
Yep.
Meanwhile, up top, it is still Jay Sarge and Reese Whitcomb going at it. And I think Jay Sarge just had a moment.
That did look a bit squirrely, that car.
I think he managed to recover it ever so slightly, but Reese Whitcomb has closed that gap just a bit. And might well be putting Jay Sarge under a bit of pressure. Of course, won the last race in Imola. Just about made it in time for qualifying here tonight, and will be looking to win his second race in as many races. Excuse me. Just taking a look at the gap, and I don't think Reese Whitcomb is close enough, but I'm willing to be proved wrong. I think he is. Look at that. Look at that overspeed. Didn't look so dramatic at first, but it wasn't until the end.
Wow.
You saw the difference. He's got back through again, so I think that's the third time he's overtaken Jay Sarge on track here this evening, and we've not even hit 10 laps. Yeah. And I think Jay Sarge, same thing, has got a nice, decent enough run, but Reese Whitcomb tries to cover that off down into the hairpin. Oh, Jay Sarge very nearly outbraked himself there. So easy to do.
Definitely.
But Reese Whitcomb back up in second again. Not been able to focus on any of the other battles because these two have just been absolutely going for it. Just hop back towards Eugenie, and he's caught up in this little trio between I Fishers himself and Laura Pell. And there's a bit of a gap forward towards O'Fatch. He does have that penalty, remember, but he's in a bit of no man's land actually, trying to hook onto the back of Alex in the Williams.
Shadow's closing in on Ball Boy.
That's a bit. Oh right, Night Shadow. Excuse me. I thought you meant Shadow Cobra. I forgot there's two shadows.
No, actually, I'll differentiate for next time. I'm still learning with this.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think Jay Sarge has decided to come in, so he's the first of our leaders to pit. Interestingly, a lot of the other guys have decided to go for it again. And I'm really sorry to have to bring this up, Andrew, but we found how important track position is around here as well. So if he gets caught up in any battles, I mean, that is just going to give the advantage to people like Reese, people like Ollie up front, Alex as well.
May look out if I'm looking at the map right.
To come out just behind. I think he's might even filter out behind Sir Michael Finn. I think that's very close. We can see on the track map.
Beating him out, yeah.
Just about. So that slightly crucial there to get out ahead of that Williams.
He's got a bit of time up to the Mercedes, which he can probably start putting the hammer down now.
Look at this, I Fishers and Laura Pell still going for it. Eugenie is starting to pull out a little bit. But it's all started to settle down as well. We'll see if any others decide to box this lap now that Jay Sarge has pulled the trigger.
Depends on his out lap. Depends on what time he gets.
Reese Whitcomb has decided to cover that one off, which you could argue is possibly sensible.
Pit lane as well, though.
Oh, 5 seconds, that's a slap bang. I Fishers has come in as well, but there is absolutely no way we'll be able to get that one off in the steward's room. So that is going to be an unfortunate 5-second penalty for Reese Whitcomb to potentially serve at his next stop. or at
Close.
the end of the race. So yeah, it is going to be very tight. Look at that. You can see Stringy B just on the right-hand side going through. Oh, and a Ferrari. Oh, very close. I think they got a tap.
I think they hit each other.
I think there was. Reese Whitcomb has just about managed to save that one, but I wonder if there's any damage on his wing. So the undercut.
Can't see any.
The undercut, if you get the gap, can actually be quite powerful then. So that's something for the Tier 3 drivers to potentially take on board. But that's real heart in your mouth stuff there for Reese.
Yeah, he's got to clear that Williams quickly.
Just hopped up towards the top. Oh, Alex got a little bit squirrely there. The penultimate corner. We'll just take a look and see if what these guys do. I should imagine they will come in and box Jay Sarge up past the Mercedes of
he's in.
Fox River 8. Look at that. Alex has decided to extend his stint again. So he's going for another lap. As is O Fatch. So interesting rolls of the dice on strategy here tonight, Andrew.
Definitely. But see what Ollie gets up, see what the AlphaTauri boys can do. Hard tyres. Interesting.
Which you can do is we've got a retirement. Slayer retired from the session. So that's our first retirement. That is, ladies and gentlemen, our first safety car of the evening. So who is that going to benefit? I mean, Ollie Racing, all these people like Joni Fishers just about came into the pits as it was called.
Alex on the track, actually.
He is leading, so this is going to help people like Alex. This is going to help people like O Fatch, Laura Pell. If Ollie Racing had just stayed out that extra lap, he would stand to benefit, because of course all these guys driving at Delta, and then once you go in the pits, you start driving faster.
I don't think Ollie's going to be too downhearted with it, because he was literally exiting the pits as the safety car was called, so it's not going to hurt him too detrimentally, I think. But
he might well pick up a few positions. But on the Delta, it's a lot. When you're driving to Delta, it's a lot harder. To
there's a lot of
time
difference.
Yeah, because you've got to stay within a specific time. And I think Laura Pell has just had an incident, under safety car. So I don't quite know what's happened there, but he is off the track, and of course that is going to ruin his tyres. Oh, got to stay out of the way of Fatch. So there we go, the top two.
Nice shadow.
I mean, look at that. So look at that, your camo ball boy. You start in P20. You started in the top 5 in original qualifying. Don't set a lap time in the one-shot qualifying, and look at that. You're now P4 in the pits, free pit stop.
Soft tyres for him.
Look at that. So he's going for quite an aggressive strategy call. Look at that, and you're just behind Jay Sarge. You've got to be pleased with how this race has progressed if you're the Aston Martin of Camo Boy. Look at that, in the top 10 on merit. Reese Whitcomb has actually lost out massively within all of that. Look, Alex, Ollie and O Fatch managed to leap ahead. Interestingly, Kid Dynamite has decided to stay out. And do you know what? I'm going to say that's not a terrible strategy call, because the medium tyres, even though they'll get some wear on them, you can still get a fair bit of lap time and performance out of them. That just in my personal experience anyway. So it might not be a bad thing, that they've got 10 extra laps on them.
I think he started on them as well, didn't he?
He will have started on them as well, as you said. So bit of a change in the order then here tonight. So we've had our first safety car, and that will be for the Slayer and the Haas, unfortunate retirement. But Kid Dynamite has taken the lead. He hasn't made a stop yet. Let's go to the data on stops. So yeah, he is the first of our lead. Well, he's not taken a stop at all. Jay Sarge has. He's in second. He took the lead from Alex earlier in the race. Ollie Racing brought himself into contention. O Fatch has been there or thereabouts. Reese Whitcomb was dicing for the lead. Took the stop. The safety car came out. By the time everyone filtered through, he's dropped down to 6th. Camel Board Boy up 13 places from 20th. And Eugenie 8th.
Keep out of trouble.
Night Shadow doing well on his quest for his first points finish this year. Up there in 9th. And Gene Genie completing that top 10. We've got Stringy B up there in the pits as well. MTO's not taking a stop as well. You remember MTO had that unfortunate incident.
Drive through. Yeah. Jump start.
Absolutely. So he's worked his way back into the pack as well. No gaps, of course. Yes, he hasn't taken a stop. But on those hard tyres, he can still go right, more or less, 10 laps from the end. So everything to play for
at the moment.
If you're an Aston Martin driver, indeed. And yeah, look at that. Camo Ballboy is our biggest winner so far.
13th place is ridiculous.
Exactly that. He's kept his head. Some good overtakes. Pushed and held position when he needed to as well. He's up there, up in 7th. So good recovery drive from Camo Ballboy here this evening. Trying to get the tyre data. There we go.
Yeah. Be interesting now though, because I think we know Dynamite's definitely going to have to stop again.
Yes. Yep.
Sarge possibly may have to stop again, as well as Alex.
But if the guys on the hards,
Ofatch, Ujoni, Shadow, and Genie, if they can stay together, if they can stay with the leaders, they might be in for a good shout here.
Still plenty to play for. Lots of the tyre strategy. A few bold calls being made, and we're going to see how it all pans out. Safety car in this lap. Kid Dynamite will assume that responsibility, and he will lead us away to get our start. It's very, you've got to time it well here, and he's gone early. He's not messing around. Kid Dynamite goes early. Jay Sarge has gone with and now we're slowing down. And
what's going on there?
And I think we've had a few collisions.
Penalties, yeah.
Yeah, Ujoni's taken a fall down the order. I think there's going to be some issues with that.
Old boy P3.
I think there might be a little bit of a glitch going on because we've got the McLarens absolutely tumbling down the order. Look at that. So Reese Whitcomb.
There's been contact somewhere.
I think there must have been, or a bit of concertina going on.
Everyone's all over the place going down to turn 4.
It's all up towards the back though, isn't it? All the action. I mean, great camera
view
there.
All
look at that.
Together.
It's all 3 or 4 wide going into the hairpin.
He's dropped loads.
McLarens are trying to fight back through. Yeah, you're right. Ollie's fallen back into the clutches of this lot, and I think it's going to get very messy. We've got...
Watch turning back on turn 8.
Oh, as we saw, Stringy B light up the rears, and he has unfortunately gone round. Up top, Jay Sarge managed to pull out that gap of... he's got past Kid Dynamite. So Kid Dynamite lost out of that restart, unfortunately. It looked like he was going, and then it looked like he was going, and then it just sort of slowed down a bit, and then we saw some contact a bit further behind. But either way, Jay Sarge reassumes his leading position. Camo Ballboy up to 2nd. Kid Dynamite yet to stop, of course. Holding it down in 3rd. Alex following him behind in 4th, and I think Ollie Racing, Genie, I think those two are the ones that have had collisions within all that, and they have taken a pit stop, dropped back down the order. So all of that work, that good work done by Ollie Racing, undone in a moment. So unfortunate. I think similar to Tier 2, there could potentially be a few incidents for the stewards to look after.
I think after that restart.
Exactly that. I Fishers and Ujoni having it out for that final point halfway through the race. 2 McLarens have managed to recover their positions somewhat from that restart. Reese Whitcomb looking to put the move on G Star. Snipes not able to do it. And we've got a great little battle going on for 3rd at the minute. Kid Dynamite, Alex, Ofatch looking to get involved as well. Laura Pell in there too. And I think Laura Pell has decided to come in, so I think he might have some damage as well because he's on 2 lap softs. So I think he's decided that potentially needs a new front wing.
Can't see any damage.
So it might just be that those...
drive through.
Oh, really?
I think he's just gone straight through. Don't think I saw the AlphaTauri mechanics out.
That is a bit of an odd one. So I didn't see anything flash up. Alex is right on the back of Kid Dynamite. So those medium tyres now starting to show their age a bit, and Alex is right on the back.
Difference.
He's trying to get in the wing mirrors of that Red
13
Bull.
laps difference. That's what's doing it. It's a 13 lap difference in the tyres.
And this is holding up Alex a little bit, allowing Camo and Jay Sarge to get away. Jay Sarge doing really well on those mediums versus the softs. Oh, I think we saw a bit of a sliding moment there from Alex, but he gathers that up, and I think he's even going to have a little look there into the final corner. Tucks back in, he'll get the DRS. But Kid Dynamite will as well. Jay Sarge with the fastest lap. And yeah, so you can actually see that the Red Bull is running a little less wing than that Williams. So that's where he's getting the straight line speed from.
And the DRS off the Aston.
Exactly that. And O'Fatch, I mean, still same again in no man's land. Reese Whitcomb trying to chase him down. Did manage to get past G-Star Snipe, so he's back up into 6th. But that is not the restart that Reese would have wanted, because
no.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly his fault. We've had a
disqualification.
So Sir Michael Finn, the unfortunately disqualified. Oh, and I think Reese Whitcomb has come out of turn 8.
Mercedes is around.
Very nearly hit the wall, and Eye Fisher's gone round as well. So that's 2 in 1 for the viewers at home.
So dreaded turn 8 again. Night Shadow. Bit of a slide.
Fisher's gone round, but I'm in. Oh yeah, I did that in practice. Lit it up at turn 8, tried to go through 9, spun right round. Eye Fisher's managed to hold off Stringy B as well. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Reese, because we did see him hit the barrier. Whether or not he got some damage, I don't know. We'll find out when he. Yeah, if he darts off to the right hand side into the pits, he's not going to. So I think he's okay.
He's closing on that Red Bull.
Meanwhile, up top, I mean, Camel Board Boy, he's still within touching distance of Jay Sarge, but it's through here, turn 4, where Jay Sarge is able to get that time. We saw it earlier with his in his battle there with Reese, how he was able to get alongside. Oh, Reese has gone for the inside, managed to sneak it down there, and G-Star.
It's real again.
Excuse me, it's G-Star going for the move there.
Oh, he's got him.
So
Great respect between the two of them
there into 6th. And I mean, look at that. Night Shadow's looking to follow him through as well. Having a great race with Gavin. Oh, he's gone. Look at that. He's absolutely sliced and diced. G-Star Snipes, thank you very much.
No fear then.
I'll be on my way. And
Joni as well.
So you're trying to be a bit sneaky there through as. And I mean, the same thing with Night Shadow. Good aggressive racing here from here tonight. Again, same thing. Not had the luck so far this year, but I mean, he looks really dialed in here tonight. Largely hasn't put a foot wrong. Jay Sarge with a 3-second time penalty, so he's got 6 versus Camo Ball Boys 8. One more, and the advantage swings towards the Aston Martin. Laura Pell with the fastest lap of the race so far, down in 16th. He won't get that fastest lap point as it stands.
Let me just quickly check the race director.
I mean, taking a look up front, you've got Jay Sarge on those 9-lap mediums. Camel Board Boy on 6-lap softs. They're definitely going to have to stop again. Kid Dynamite, 19-lap mediums. Holding it down in 3rd. Alex still hasn't found a way past. That is a top effort. And I have to say, I think that is the longest stint we've seen on a set of mediums here tonight. So if I had an award, Dean, you would win that one.
The Perez Award.
The Perez Award, yes. We'll go with that. I like that. And it's in a Red Bull as well. We'll see if he comes in now. Because then he theoretically would be able to get on a set of softs, and look at that bit of gamesmanship. He has a little look towards towards Alex as if to say I'm going in, and then quickly changes his mind, as you were. But I mean, I'm looking back at this and no Thatch, you know, he's only a total of 5 seconds, give or take a tenth, from Jay Sarge, and he's on a set of hards and can go towards the end of the race.
Definitely. Just say, I don't know what Kid Dynamite's putting those tyres on that Red Bull, or how he's been driving, but was it 20 laps he's been on these now?
20 laps now, yep. 20 laps.
Phenomenal. I don't think we've had anything this long, as you said. I think
I got 17 out of mine, and I thought that was pretty long. But 20 laps is something else, so fair play to the Red Bull man. Reese Whitcomb's still there in 6th. Hasn't shaken his teammates, so Night Shadow do, again, as we said earlier, doing really well on those hard tyres up there, with 6 points hopefully awaiting him by the end of this race. Eugeni working his way back up. He's in 8th. Fox River 8 up there in 9th, so good solid recovery drive from him. He I think got spun around early on as well, and G-Star Snipes
behind him,
holding out that top 10 position. A 3-second penalty there for Reese Whitcomb. If we nod towards the penalties, so those will come into play now. 11 seconds worth of penalties there for Reese. That will of course put him behind his teammate who was hanging in there, so he will want to get a move on and hope that there is no late safety cars to speak of, because that will really put a spanner in the works for him. Same thing with iFishers as well, down there in 12th. He's got 11, and Stringy B, so that's what those guys will be hoping for. They'll be hoping that there's no safety car to ruin things. But of course we saw that in Tier 2, and I mean it can happen, especially with drivers going towards the end of their stints.
Alex is burning the ARS to keep with that Red Bull.
He's all over the back of him as he's trying to put himself in the wing mirrors of that Red Bull, and I think you would imagine that now is going to be the time for Dean to come in and get a set of softs on. No penalties as well, so you know he's in good shape too. Brilliant drive. Jay Sarge, look at that, another fastest lap, 1:19. Alex, oh
yeah, he's in.
Alex looked like he was gonna
follow him in as well.
Well, take a trip to the central reservation, more like. But luckily that doesn't happen, and Kid Dynamite, as we suspected, gets on those softs. No front wing change, so clean as you like, and he can get on his way. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in 10 laps time, because he will be able to, he's going to be so quick.
Definitely.
And we've seen again, look, he's got a nice big gap, and we saw how powerful that undercut was earlier, so he is just going to want to get absolutely on it, have a time, just set those quick laps, get those tyres up to temperature in the next couple of corners, and just get on with it. He's got 10 laps.
He's in qualifying mode now.
Exactly that. He's been given the assignment, and now he's just got to get on with it. A bit further up, Laura Pell, look at this. So three-way battle then for 11th, just outside the points. We saw Stringy B there get a 3-second time penalty. So that's now 15 for the Alfa Romeo man.
I was just checking the tyre laps before they pitted, and he made those mediums last the same amount of time as MTO did on his hards.
There you go.
Good Dynamite. Crazy.
Absolutely mental. I think that will get a mention in the Discord a little later on.
Shadow's in.
There we go. The first of our shadows here tonight. In for a stop, getting off those hard tyres. Did 10 laps on those as well, so I think same thing. Want to get on those soft tyres, and I mean if he gets out and there's a safety car, he'll be
right up there.
Exactly. So maybe that is the thinking there from Gav. We'll wait and see.
The interesting thing though, are these front runners going to have to pit again?
Well, that's it. I mean, what tyre? Jay Sarge didn't start on softs, did he?
Jay Sarge was softs, Alex was softs. I'm sure everyone bar maybe Fox River G Stars and Camo were all on soft tyres.
As you mentioned him, Fox River 8 went round at turn 8. I can see he's gathered that up now on the track map, so he's got that one going again. But
the commentator, sorry.
yeah, yeah, exactly that. This is why I've been given a go instead of Mark, because he was putting too many on you guys. But I mean, Jay Sarge, yeah. I mean, well, look at that. There's your answer. Camel Ballboy comes in. Jay Sarge. I mean, would it be a stretch to get? Well, we saw Kid Dynamite do it, but can Jay Sarge do it? That's the question. Can he extend those out for another 10 laps?
Oh, 5-second penalty for Ballboy.
Oh no, so that, and he's going to have to serve that at the end of the race. He can't serve that in the pits.
No, I think the pit crew weren't touching the car, so I'm assuming that must have been what it was, the 5 seconds. But
oh, okay. Well, I mean, as Kid Dynamite, look at that, get so softs working. He's set the fastest lap of the race. In that case, if he's taking those 5 second now. Then if there is a safety car, late safety car, that could help him later on. You always want to take it in the race if you can. Yeah, so he's taken that. Meanwhile, up top, we're looking at Jay Sarge. He's got 7-second lead. Oh, Thatch caught right up now behind Alex, so you can see that the tyre wear delta on the hards coming into play now. I mean, Jay Sarge, can he get another 8 laps out of those tyres? I mean, we've seen Kid Dynamite do it, but it all hinges on that. He's going to have to do it because, as we've seen, Kid Dynamite is absolutely lighting up the timing screens right now. He will come out ahead if Jay Sarge takes that stop. So he's almost boxing him in a way.
Yeah, paint them into a corner.
Exactly that. I mean, if we go from the leader, he's 27 seconds behind.
And what's the total time loss here at the pit stops?
I'm not entirely sure, but I'd imagine within 25 seconds. I don't know if Jay Sarge, Kid Dynamite has had a moment somewhere, but he can't have because he absolutely lit up the timing screens. It's now 27 seconds, so it's starting to come down a little bit.
Oh, Thatch is all over the back of Alex.
Pulled wide for the move there. He's going to try and get the momentum up there on the inside, but Alex gets the drive out of the hairpin and stays ahead. You can see he's charging his ERS. I think Thatch has got plenty.
Both
of them had a very squirrely moment there. Both of them kept it.
It's the time delta difference again. It's with the. I think these harder tyres are, even though they're only a couple of laps younger, I think they've still got more life in them left than the mediums.
Yeah, you will be 100% right, and that is what is bringing Thatch into this. And I mean, same thing with Jay Sarge. I mean, okay, yeah, he's got an 8-second lead. That's comfortable, but if once they go off the cliff, they go off the cliff.
Yeah, he'll be struggling the last few laps, I think.
And if Thatch carries on with the momentum he's now got the DRS. I should imagine we're going to see a pass as he pulls out to the right hand side and gets that done before the braking zone. DRS assisted pass up into second, and now he's got 8.5 seconds to Jay Sarge. Let's take a look at the penalties. I mean, he's got 2 seconds more.
But is he going to have the tyres to go at the end of the race? That's the key thing.
It will be interesting to see. He's got to pull away from Alex first. I mean, look at that. Jay Sarge is 9 seconds now, so he's opened up 0.5 within a couple of corners. Just cut back a further bit back to Damar Lake up in 7th. He's chasing after G-Star Snipes in that Red Bull. In the second that he needs. Kid Dynamite has managed to get past Shadow Cobra. I think Shadow Cobra might have had a moment coming out of 8. Yes, he did. He's going to light up those rear tyres. They're going to be screaming for the next few corners. That promoted Kid Dynamite up into 10th position. Camo Ballboy is just behind. Ooh. I think Alex is going for the move back on. Oh, Thatch. Just run out of road before turn 1 to get that one done. Fox River 8 goes up past as Laura Pell's taking a pit stop. I mean, 14 laps is a long way to take those softs. He'll get onto another set, I'd imagine, but
I'd assume
not been the race that the AlphaTauri man would have wanted. Night Shadow back up to 12th. So Night Shadow's got 5 laps to get his first points for the season. No, Thatch still leading Alex rounds, and I mean, it's probably the closest battle that we've got on track. There's more or less a gap to everybody else. Damalek still chasing G-Star Snipe.
That's a bit wide. Gives Alex a bit more of a run. Stay with him now, Alex. Stay with him into these next 2 corners. Don't do anything stupid.
Ooh, we got a little bit of wheel spin there. That's going to affect his straight line speed. Of course, we get the DRS. We'll have to wait and see. We're on board with an outlook at the overspeed that he's getting. Is this going to be enough? Now he backs out of it, decides that he's not going to get there in time. So we'll have to follow him round again.
Discretion being the better part of valor. I think that's how the saying goes.
And Damalek has just gone round the outside of you of G-Star Snipes to take 6th position away from the Red Bull. 4 laps left to go. And Damalek got a 3-second penalty there, just ran a bit wide. So that's more or less it. I mean, Fox River is looking to get involved as well, can he? This late on, Kid Dynamite there in 9th on those softs. I mean, you have to say that he's probably going to be the favourite to get through these guys as quickly as possible. Still no penalties as well, and let's hop towards those and keep those on the screen, because look at that. You know, Reese Whitcomb on 17, G-Star on 11. So just because Kid Dynamite's in 9th place doesn't mean we won't see him shoot up towards the end. Meanwhile, up top, J Starge still extending his lead. He's got 10 seconds now over O'Fatch. He's under pressure from Alex up, and they're side by side into turn 1. Alex on the inside, O'Fatch on the outside. I think there was a little bit of contact, but just about got away with it. And still, the Williams cannot get back past the Haas. And it's still these 4 here for 6th place between Damalek, G-Star, Fox River 8 and Kid Dynamite as well. Look at that, look how quickly Kid Dynamite's closed up. I think someone's gone round, and that's I Fishers. Gone round there at the and what is going on at the moment? So we've got yellow. I think he's got that one going again. So
Alex, 3 seconds.
Oh, and I think Reese, I think he's
spun.
I think he might have had a moment, yeah, because Reese has managed to get past now.
Reese has got a massive amount of penalties.
That's the thing, so he will drop back. I mean, I think that must have been a mistake there coming out of 8. Might not be, but we've seen that happen so many times. That is probably the safest thing to assume. I Fisher's now in the pits. Maybe he can go for a fastest lap run. Kid Dynamite has managed to, look at this, fighting 3 wide with his teammate and a Mercedes. Kid Dynamite gets ahead, and now his teammate can act as a rear gunner. But there you go. He's got to get on with this now. He's got 2 laps.
How much further can he get?
Oh, I think he's trying to keep G-Star. I think there was a bit of weaving there to say, look, back off, mate, I got the pace. But G-Star doesn't listen. He's back through, and this is allowing the Fox River 8 back into this as well. So I don't know. Strategy-wise, I mean, you're free to race.
Play the team game here.
Exactly. I mean, look, Kid Dynamite still trying to get past.
You're not helping your teammate here.
He's not. And Fox River 8 very nearly went back.
And into the back of
the pair of them. And I mean, G-Star will he will drop back on penalties. Kid Dynamite doesn't have any,
and he's got the faster tyres. You should let him go.
Might be some tense words in the Red Bull garage after this one.
Yes, I think Christian Horner might have to have a word with them both.
I mean, it's great for us and it's great for viewers, but But inside the car, you just know that Kid Dynamite will be wanting G-Star just to hop out of the way and just let him get on with it. Well, it's going to be more or less the final lap after this one.
Definitely. It's always helped with me and Jeannie last year. We were always in a party together, so we communicated with this.
Kid Dynamite, there he goes, going past him now. A lot of weaving going on between the two, so I think there's some open lines of communication going on, but Kid Dynamite has got past and he's within the 9 seconds he needs of Damalek to put himself up to 6th place. Of course, Reese Whitcomb with those 17 seconds as well, so could still all change.
Mercedes is through.
There you go, so he gets past G-Star as well. G-Star gets the switch back there. Gets it done again, so Fox River 8 will have to give it another go. Alex is on the back of Reese Whitcomb at the minute.
Doesn't have to do anything silly.
Jay Sarge started his final lap meanwhile, trying to catch up with them. I think Alex is going to have a little run. He hasn't got any ERS though, that's the problem. So, excuse me, pulls out to the right. Exactly that, we've gone with the DRS as well. There's a bit of contact going on, and I think that one might be taken a look at. A little bit later.
Some choice words there.
Well, I'm on board with Eugenie at the moment. We're going to get a great little view of this battle between the two. Up top is Alex going to take a little dive down at the hairpin. I think he's going to have a little go for it. Eugenie, if he can
keep your head, he's got a podium here.
Exactly, if he can keep within a few seconds of this battle, he doesn't have to do anything too silly. But Alex did actually
stay with him.
Exactly, and Alex did actually get past Reese, who has a little moment there, and that's going to bring Eugenie right back into it. Now Reese is having to defend from the Alfa Romeo. And it's all going off right here until the last. Eugenie going for the outside. That's very brave. Weren't going to happen there. But I mean, you can't look past look past the Ferrari driver for today's win. Pole and front row start and victory. So that is 2 in 2 for Jay Sarge. And the reigning champion gets his season going. Fatch there in second. I think Alex is going to filter through into third. Eugenie might take that one though. He does. So Eugenie third.
Dynamite going to filter.
Alex in fourth. Reese Whitcomb finishes fifth. Well, sixth because of penalties.
Seventh.
Well, we'll just wait for these lots to come through. But I think that is more or less it. Kid Dynamite fifth. Fox River 8 6th, Camo Ballboy 7th,
drive.
Reese 8th, yeah, great drive from the Aston Martin. Damalek there in 9th, Shadow Cobra rounding out the points here today. Night Shadow, so unfortunate, just missing out, but this was arguably his strongest drive, so he could take that going forward. G-Star in 12th, MTO was 13th, Genie takes that on penalties, MTO 14th, Stringy B 15th, Laura Pell crosses the line, takes 15th after penalties, and Ollie Racing, unfortunate, having such a strong race in the early phases, and unfortunately had an incident and then got caught out. But he will come across and celebrate the fact that he finishes 17th here tonight. So I mean, that was a good race.
Very good.
Up from the beginning all the way through, loads of little battles, lots of strategy difference. Of course, a great circuit to enjoy on. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the day. And do you know what? I think Camel Ballboy is probably going to have my vote.
I assume so.
There we go. Nice win for Jay Sarge. I mean, that's a double Ferrari win here tonight. We've got to do something about these guys.
Yeah, but, I think we do.
Jay Sarge can enjoy this one. Fatch. Just behind
strong
in second. Yeah, and Eugenie, I mean, again, another understated podium. Just gets the job done. Just wait for that all to filter through, provided there's no glitch. We'll run you through the confirmed order. There we are. Jay Sarge, winner of this one, front race start, takes the plaudits here this evening. Fatch there in second, Shoney. Another podium there in third. Alex fourth. Kid Dynamite finished fifth. Good drive here from him today. Fox River 8th, 6th. Camel Ballboy 7th. Reese Wickham 8th, 9th. Damalek 10th. Shadow Cobra, so he claims final point ahead of Night Shadow in 11th. 12th G-Star Snipes. 13th Gene Genie. MTO there in 14th. 15th Laurel 16th Stringy B. Ollie Racing 17th. 18th is I Fishers. And Sir Michael Finn and the Slayer 19th and 20th. So that is your lot here from Monday Race Club here tonight, Tier 2 and Tier 1. We've got Tier 3 up here on Wednesday 7:30, and then I think we are off to Spain next week for round 4.
Long drive, is it?
Exactly, yeah. So round 4 next week, 7, and then obviously Tier 1 at the later time of roughly around about 8:30. We'll catch you next week. Hope you've enjoyed this one from me and Andrew here tonight. Good night.
Keep safe, take care.